Yep, that's live. Good afternoon. Nearly 3, maybe 4 hours later than intended. It's been a bit of a busy morning here. Been a bit flat out. So, yeah, there's lots of customers Saturday morning kind of thing. Well, I think all I've really got time to do today is cut out the purse ready to be made. But yeah. Okay, so it's a good complaint. We had lots of customers in the shop, so I didn't get a chance to start the stream just yet. But nevertheless, that's what I'm starting right now. We're making the bucket purse from dieselpunk. Yes, another dieselpunk pattern. What can I say? It's really good. It's really nice patterns. I do have my own patterns. I do have my own items that I make. I have already streamed these before, so there's I might revise them, come back to it, make a few wallets and belts, things like that I do have in my own repertoire. There's a few for shooting accessories like cartridge bag and ammo pouch containers that I've also made. I will come back to those again, and I'll come back around to them at some point. I need to take them to a local shooting ground with a shop and hopefully persuade them that it's really nice to stock them and then therefore sell them. Fingers crossed, eh? Let's hope so. But for the moment, I'm making these to stock in our own shop here in Scotland. If you like the look of anything I've made in any of the streams, by all means go to our website, on the channel website. Things will improve slightly with the stream, with the quality of the stream, and obviously the sound. Although, largely speaking, I will turn the sound off. As mentioned, it's a live shop. I have customers come in here. I can't have them read out their telephone number when they're making an order with me or anything like that. So I don't want it to be read out live over the internet. So yeah, I'll turn the mic off. It also stops me from yammering like an idiot, like this. So I've decided, I think I'm going to make this purse using the two red leathers, the red leather and the maroon one that I've got that goes with it. I've also grabbed from stock one of these. It's a buckle from Abbey, England. It's made of brass and then nickel plated. It's forged, so there's no gap in the back of it. It's not stamped out of cheap, thin steel. It's a good quality buckle. I normally use these in dog collars. That's how strong they are. They're using a dog collar. My own dog, I showed you yesterday, he's got one. So that's how strong they are. It's a good quality. And as a result of that, I'm not going to use the magnetic closure that the pattern and the method calls for. If I'm going to put one of these on the bag, I'm going to make it usable to the bag. So it will be a buckle for that. So I think what I do is just got one last little bit to do. The strap comes on the pattern on 2 pages, so you kind of have to stick it together with a bit of tape. So I'm just going to get that sorted and then bring up the leather and get it all cut out. I will speak to you before I finish the stream. Hope you enjoy it. Think of it a bit like slow TV. Okay, we've hit a boo-boo here. I didn't actually realise that there was a page missing from the pattern it hadn't printed out. So when I've cut out this particular part, this is the back part of the purse. It should have been attached in the same way that this part, the strap, should have been attached to the pattern like that. So that's the lid, and that's the back, and that's the front. So yeah, I've just reprinted that bit and then offered it up onto here and realized that the size that this one was printed at and the size ratio that that one's printed at is different, because that's just how PDFs work. So you can see that that won't match up with that, because the way that these patterns work, each one of these holes should be an exact match in position for its opposing. We've got one on the other side of the seam on its opposing hole, and it doesn't match up. So that means that potentially these two pieces of leather are now pointless because they're the wrong size. So Lou is just reprinting the entire file again, because that means it'll all be printed at the same size. So that means that piece, and this are completely useless. In fact, the entire pattern that I have cut out so far is useless. And yeah, it is a bit of a big boo-boo, yeah. And also, I know exactly what you're talking about there, Lord Yorkie. But unfortunately, because the only way that I can stream this is through YouTube, YouTube doesn't actually have anything other than a stop-start button and a mute button. If I had streaming software, then yes, I might be able to put some music on for people to listen to. That is entirely possible. But I can't do that because the laptop that I'm using won't actually run much more than a browser, which is how YouTube lets you stream using their platform. So yes, had considered that. No, not capable of doing it yet. Yeah, well, if anything, that's a half-hour lesson on how to get things wrong. But hey, these things happen. So I've now cut up two pieces of leather from there that will end up being used for something else, I guess. And I've got to recut out all of this, thank you very much, using this, because that'll all be at the same ratio. So I'm going to bin that. You know what? Today has been extremely difficult just to get to this point. I am a little disappointed in myself for not realizing that, but then there's not much I could do about that. I might just actually, because I haven't had lunch and I've got to get out immediately after the shop closes. So I'm going to cut out the leather. I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to still prep it all. And then when we come back to work next week, which will be Tuesday, I will start making this again. I do have a couple of shoe repairs, so I might even start off on Tuesday, because that's what I normally do on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I do the shoe repairs that I've got in the shop. So we might well start on Tuesday with shoe repairs before we go over onto leather work. Yeah, see how it goes. Or even Monday, might come in and try and make it and stream it then. I'll see how the weekend goes. Sorry, it'd be a lot more politer if I actually talk to you, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, I think it's going to work. I give up today. It's been a struggle just so we can start the stream. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for watching. We'll get this done. I'll figure it out and stream it. I'm going to give up now. Apologies for this. See you soon.